Africa Connected with Standard Bank gives you trusted insights into the endless potential of Africa's markets. The broadcaster Lee Kasumba out and about, unpacking business across the continent. Last week she was in Ghana. You can follow her journey on africaconnected.co.za and on social media, #AfricaConnected. In studio right now for a recap of her trip and showing off her shopping.
Yes. Isn't it lovely? I had to go to Ghana and come back with something that was kente and modern. So I love this bag.
It's a handbag, and this is kente fabric.
Yes.
It's the fabric, if you're not familiar with it, that is red and yellow and black and green, geometric patterns, magnificent. And this is locally made. You bought this on the side of the road.
I bought it on the side of the road for 150 Rand. The stitching is excellent. Yes, the stitching, everything was excellent. It was really well done. But in Ghana, they're really good at tailoring and putting their fabrics together, and they're really creative as a people. So I really got so lucky. I could have bought a whole bunch and sold it, but I guess customs would have been an issue.
It becomes a problem. Now listen, Kumasi, this is where you were last week. It is Ghana's second biggest city. It seems a lot more vibey and fun than Accra. Is that as important?
Well, I think that what makes Kumasi seem to be more vibey and fun is the fact that it's developing. So every time there is a developing city, there's a lot more energy, around it. And also for me, when I think of Kumasi, it's almost like where culture and modern day life kind of meets in the perfect hybrid, So we had a conversation with the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly with all the different developments that they're doing. And Joseph Teta from the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly actually explained why it is that it's the most populous city in Ghana and why it is that it makes sense to do business there.
It's the most populous city in Ghana. Based on a population growth rate of 3.196%, currently we have a resident population of 2.5 million, then a floating population of 1.5 million. The reason being that it's a transit city. All the landlord countries like Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso have to use Kumasi to access those places. And the northern sector of the country to have to use Kumasi before they can access the capital. So it's serving as a transit point for about 30 million people. So the market is there. Then you come to what should we invest in? When you come to the real estate industry, now Kumasi is changing. It's becoming a cosmopolitan in nature. Hence, the need for high-income residential area is on the demand, especially around the palace, the Menchia Palace. The king has given over 80 acres of land to develop into that. Then also, since we are in Ghana, there are a couple of incentives that an investor stand to gain, like the tax holidays, and specific, like if you are coming to the pharmaceutical industry, the agro-processing industry and the rest, and farming, we have that tax incentives for you.
I do love how specific he is. They've got growth of 3.196%. Yeah, no, let's not mess around. Let's be exactly right. Now, I'm assuming when you are in Kumasi, you don't simply jump into an Uber. Not because Uber's not interested, but Uber can't break in. They've got their own version.
We're tracking very closely the Uber model. We decided to try and get ahead of the curve a little bit in Ghana. So we thought, okay, why don't we set up a taxi on-demand service here? But instead of using private cars, let's use the local taxis.
Okay, so that they're identifiable.
Exactly, and also so that we try to preserve the local taxi industry by putting them on a level playing field with Uber.
Beautiful, rich voices.
Yes.
I want to be a Ghanaian man. I really do. Do they have the answer for Silicon Valley? Are they creating their own sort of tech hubs in Kumasi?
Well, the thing is, in Kumasi is kind of seen as, where it comes to tech, as like the tech enablers more than anything else. So we did speak to somebody who was behind all of that, and he basically said about how the tech sector was not a sector as much as it was an enabler for the other sectors. And in Kumasi, because people, it's like a developing city, and they have the university for Kwame Nkrumah University that's there. Basically what's happened is that they've gotten a lot of the young people to come in. If they have business ideas in tech, they help them do that sort of thing at Kumasi Hive. And pretty much what happens is that they enable young people, they enable them to make more money, they enable different sectors like education, medicine, and so on and so forth, as well as money. As we know, mobile money is pretty big within the continent. And so because of that, people are willing to take risks, and everything literally works on an app in Kumasi, which is quite amazing for for a developing city when you think about it.
You had a great trip, very clearly. Where are you off to next?
I'm off to Ethiopia, first time ever. I'm so excited. I might have to extend that trip.
I think you might. If you want more of these travels, go to Africa Connected.